never thought I'd be the one to hurt her. Jessica had been my best friend since childhood. We were inseparable, the kind of friendship people envied. But something shifted when we both applied for the same promotion at work. It was a dream job, the kind that would launch our careers. I thought I'd be happy if either of us got it, but when Jessica's interview went well, envy crept into my heart. I overheard her sharing plans for the role with our manager and felt my resentment burn. Before I knew it, I was throwing her under the bus during my own interview, subtly highlighting her weaknesses and taking credit for ideas we had brainstormed together. It was petty and cruel, but I convinced myself it was justified. Jessica got the promotion, and while I should have been happy for her, I felt betrayed by her success. How ridiculous is that? I was the one who betrayed her, yet jealousy poisoned my mind. I avoided her calls, made excuses to skip our usual lunch dates, and buried myself in my work. But the guilt gnawed at me, eating away at my sanity. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her glowing with the achievement I so desperately craved. So I started spreading small rumors about her, whispering doubts about her leadership skills to colleagues. It was a desperate attempt to feel superior, to justify why I deserved her position instead. The lies spread faster than I anticipated. It was like I had unleashed something dark, and there was no stopping it. People began to question Jessica's competence, her leadership. The doubt I sowed started to bloom, and I watched as her confidence waned. She confronted me one evening, her eyes glistening with confusion and hurt. She asked if I'd heard anything about the rumors, and I lied straight to her face. I pretended to console her, to support her, all while knowing I was the one tearing her down. The betrayal should have made me feel powerful, but it only made me sick. The promotion took its toll on Jessica. She started making mistakes, ones she never would have made before. I should have stopped. I should have confessed to what I'd done. But my greed and insecurity wouldn't let me. I kept pushing, using her spiraling reputation as a ladder to boost my own. It disgusted me, how easily I manipulated others to see her as unfit for her role. And the worst part? I convinced myself I was helping her by proving she wasn't ready for the responsibility. Jessica broke down one night, calling me through sobs. She confessed her struggles, her fears of not being good enough. It was like a knife to my chest, hearing her pour her heart out while I silently twisted the blade. I offered her hollow words of encouragement, my voice shaking as the guilt clawed at me. I wanted to come clean, to tell her everything, but my cowardice held me back. I was so afraid of losing her friendship that I kept lying, digging myself deeper into the pit I'd created. I tried to convince myself it was for the best, that by proving Jessica's inadequacy, I was somehow helping her. But the truth was, I was destroying her. Every rumor, every lie chipped away at her confidence until there was almost nothing left. I avoided her more than ever, unable to face the damage I'd done. The promotion didn't matter anymore. All I could think about was how I had torn my best friend apart to satisfy my own insecurities. The guilt became unbearable. I spent countless nights awake, replaying every lie, every cruel word I'd spread. The sound of Jessica's sobs echoed in my mind, tormenting me with every heartbeat. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. The weight of my own actions crushed me, leaving me hollow and ashamed. I knew I had to come clean, but I feared it was too late. The damage was done, and I was the one who had inflicted it. I finally broke down and confessed. I called Jessica and told her everything. Every rumor, every lie, every betrayal. I poured out the truth like poison from my veins, my words shaking with the weight of my guilt. The silence that followed was worse than any shouting or anger I could have anticipated. Jessica didn't speak, didn't cry. She just hung up, and I was left staring at my phone, knowing I had destroyed the best thing I'd ever had. Days turned into weeks. I tried to reach out to apologize again and again, but Jessica never responded. She left her job, left the city. My betrayal had driven her away. The guilt never left me. It clung to me like a shadow, following me through every moment of my life. I realized then that I had destroyed something precious, something that could never be rebuilt, and I had no one to blame but myself. Years later, I still carry the weight of that betrayal. I tried to move on, but nothing felt right. No friendship could replace what I had destroyed. I came to terms with my own flaws, acknowledging the greed and envy that had consumed me. But the regret remained, a scar I could never erase. All I could do was learn from it, try to be better, even if forgiveness was something I'd never earn.